G.I. Joe fans, Joe Motion Videos 82 here. It is time for another G.I. Joe toy review. And today we're going to be taking a little trip and to find my phone back to 1988. 88 was a pretty decent year for G.I. Joe. It introduced us to a new line of toys. It gave us the Iron Grenadiers, which are incredible. I love that toy line. I love the story about the Cobra Civil War that went on in the comic books. It explained Destro's heritage in Scotland and how he would make his selection for Grenadiers. They had to be swordsmen and other qualifications. He only hired very highly intelligent people because they had to be spies as well. So today we're going to be looking at a pretty popular vehicle. HCC had this up for vote several times and people were voting for other things, but this Swamp Masher surprisingly is loved by a lot of folks. I can't understand why. It is a great vehicle. Muskrat was released that year. So, you know, he had Muskrat and a Swamp Masher. Muskrat was a swamp fighter. So he and Recondo, being a jungle trooper, these guys could have both driven this or ridden in it together. So that was perfect for Muskrat. I didn't have him as a kid, though. Did you guys have the Swamp Masher? And did you have Muskrat? And did you pair them together? Please let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. I answer all of your comments. I might be a few days late on them, but I do answer them and I do greatly appreciate it. That is the best part of this job, is reading your comments. I've made a lot of friends through this channel, through your comments. And if you're new to this channel, if you're just peeking in and seeing what's going on, please subscribe, because when I reach 600 subscribers, I will be giving away a Cobra Island breaker and ram cycle. So I'll be holding a drawing for that. So hold on to your knickers for that one. When I reach 600, that'll be the drawing. So please subscribe to the channel. Please give this a thumbs up. But anyway, the Swamp Masher. It came out in 88. We also got the AGP for Destro and the Destro Demon and Destro the Spoiler. And we also got introduced to Tiger Force. And I absolutely love Tiger Force. That is my sub-team. Destro, his Iron Grenadiers on Destro the Spoiler's box, this is Battle Force 2000, but BF2K was a year or two prior, so it was pretty much forgotten about. So they were made to fight against Battle Force 2000, but they all got whacked out in a comic book. So what I did was had Tiger Force, because it made sense to me. Tiger Force released the same year as the Grenadiers, so Tiger Force pitted up against the Grenadiers, and we got the Tiger Rat, the Tiger Cat, the Tiger Fly, which HCC did review that last Sunday, so shoot on over to his channel if you haven't watched it yet. He does a killer review on that. He is very detailed, very meticulous with his reviews, so check him out. We got the Tiger Shark and the Tiger Paw. So looking at the demographics, if I could get it to pull up here. Okay, so this was released in 88. As aforementioned, it was a part of Series 7. There is a variant on the box. You have one standard box, and then you have another that is advertising the Super Trooper. You know, that guy with the big silver shield and the silver gun and silver helmet. The commercial was kind of campy, and he was supposed to be the real tough guy that would kick Cobra's butt. His live action commercial As a kid, I thought it was pretty cool, but as an adult, like, oh man, that looks kind of cheap, but it brings back those really good memories. So let me pull up a picture of those boxes for you. So let's try to get this to work here. Pardon the glare of the sun. It starts. All right. So the box art is really cool. If you were a kid like me, you would study the box art. You would look at the little inserts that came in there, and you would just glare at, study it, ponder it, whatever you guys did, just like the Sears catalog. You know, the Sears wish book. Every Christmas, my dad would buy one of those. It was a family tradition. He would bring it home, and we would fight over it, or us kids would group together on a circle on the floor and flip through the pages and look at the toys and video games or whatever was being sold. That was something we looked forward to every year, and you could purchase those on eBay now for a small fortune. But anyway, I love the box art on this. I do remember seeing this, childhood memory time here. It was at Kmart. Uh, as we all know, you know, the people from this grew up in the 70s and 80s, 90s as well. Kmart was the place to go. It was a great department store. It's sad that there's only two left here in the United States. Yes, I'm drinking water instead of pop today. There's only two left in the United States, and that just breaks my heart. But back in its heyday, Kmart had a snack bar that had the best freaking subs that you could think of. It even beat Subway, Jimmy John's, all these other. Well, Firehouse Subs is, in my opinion, the best. If you have a Firehouse Subs in your town, it's owned by firefighters. The money, the they use part of their proceeds to help fund firefighters and get them better equipment, stuff like that. But anyway, their popcorn was amazing. You would just go in, you smell the popcorn and the cotton candy, and so we would go there, look around, you know, just have fun there, you know, just window shop as it were, and then we would go to the snack bar and have dinner if it was in the evening, or just have a nice little snack and just enjoy the time together with our family. So I was 14 at this time. And I remember going into Kmart. It was with my mom and dad. Mom was shopping for school clothes. Dad was with her. And of course, I take off to the toys section with my kid brother, who was 7 years my junior. And as you walk into the store, there was the customer service desk and then the checkout lines. So you'd pass the customer service desk, make a left, and head down toward the garden department, which was, if I can remember right, on the east side of the store. And it was an aisle right before the garden department, because on the other side of that was automotive. So you would make a left or make a right going down there, and it was like the fourth or fifth row down, because you had the automotive stuff, and they had their toys. They had one aisle dedicated to G.I. Joe, one dedicated to Masters of the Universe, and the others were, you know, your dollar toys, you know, like the little gliders and, you know, kind of off-brand toys. There was one aisle that had Galoob and all those other toys for the Micro Machines. So went down G.I. Joe aisle, and I was, of course, amazed. And I did see the Swamp Masher. I had like $10 in my pocket from mowing lawns. And you know, the Swamp Masher was $3.99. I'm not going to pull it up. I remember the price. And I thought, wow, I could get this for $3.99, or I could get two G.I. Joes, two action figures for $2.25 or $3.25. And you know, it'd be $6.50, and you know, that'd be most of my money. And I didn't have very many action figures. I had very little vehicles until Christmas that year, and I'll discuss that when I review one of those toys that I got for Christmas. So I do recall seeing the Swamp Masher, and I thought, man, should I get this? This is so cool. But I bought the Iron Grenadier, and I bought an airplane model because I was into model building at the time. I bought a little jet. So, and my little brother, he wanted something too. So I think it was like, you know, like a bottle of bubbles or balloons or something. So I bought him some of those. So anyway, that is my childhood memory. Oh, it was Play-Doh that he wanted. So that's my childhood memory on this. So I did not have this toy. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this. I must thank Duke45 for making a donation. Thank you, Vinny, for creating that word. That is, I love it. Or a donation to this channel. I got a bunch of stuff from him. I got the Terrordrome, which I already reviewed, and a bunch of other vehicles, and this was one of them. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this. It might be missing a few decals. If so, I apologize, but if you notice, point it out to me. I would really appreciate it. Did you have the Swamp Masher? That's the question. Did you have the Swamp Masher? Muskrat was released that year, so he would have been a perfect driver for this. So did you use Muskrat as the driver, or did you use Recondo? You know, he was a jungle trooper. He could have easily have used this too to go through the jungle. It's not just for the swamp. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. I apologize, I'm shooting off my phone. I have been for a while. A very dear friend of mine donated a camera to me, but the screen on my laptop cracked and I cannot see anything because all that liquid, you know, smeared, so I can't download from the computer anymore. So that is kind of sad. So I'm trying to save up money to buy a computer so I could use this camera, high definition, and I'll still keep the intro simple and everything. But anyway, let's look at the Swamp Masher. All right, so how many swamps could a Swamp Masher mash if the Swamp Masher could mash swamps? All right, so looking at this bad boy, you can see it has these very interesting wheels. Stupid backdrop. I'm working on building another one. These wheels are quite interesting. They rotate, and this is a very practical design. The military uses, and SWAT teams use their robots or their with the cameras on them, because it'll go upstairs. As it hits the step, the wheels will rotate and go up the other step. So this three-wheel design is pretty cool. I really like this. As you can see, it's in this bright green and purple. The gun does not want to stay on very well. I love the colors on this. You know, the colors started getting pretty garish around this time, and some people just they don't like that, and that's fine. I don't mind the bright colors. So looking at it, you can see that it's a one-seater. There's some very nice design on the inside, some control panels. Here on the other side, there's some more control panels and a footboard on each side to step. On the back, you have 2 foot pegs for 2 more Joes. All right, so let me know what you think about this. I mean, it's simplistic, but at the same time very functional. You got these rotating wheels. Of course they rotate, but these climbing type wheels, and I think that's why they call it a swamp masher, because it can make its way through the swamp and mash down the weeds and everything that grows in the marshes. The green color would have kind of blended in, and the purple, you know, been muted. But as we know, you know, colors start getting kind of weird with G.I. Joe, to appeal more to the kids. It's been proven that children are attracted to bright colors. The stimuli affects your pleasure center, which is right here, just slightly behind your left ear or your right ear. So this anyway is a wonderful vehicle. I wish I would have had it, like I said, as a kid, but I had my eyes on other things, and I just absolutely love this as an adult. I forgot to point out here on the bottom, it has a chassis. In the 90s, that was gone. So the vehicle, the characters, your action figures' legs would hang out. If their knees were loose, it would droop, and if you tried to push it across the floor, it would either break the leg off or rip the action figure right out of the vehicle. So I'm glad that they have the chassis on the bottom. Crewed by 3 people. The exhaust pipe being up in the air will show that it could go through water and the engine could still breathe, because if exhaust pipes go underwater, the engine cannot breathe. But like I said, I would not want to be the dude standing here on the back. But that's practicality as an adult, not as a child. Kids, I don't think really think about that. Some may have. I know I wouldn't have. I would have just stuck 3 dudes on there and said, hey, this is cool. So anyway, guys, thank you so very much for tuning in, and I do apologize for my videos being willy-nilly, but that's my work schedule. One point in time I had every Tuesday off. Now it's like whatever, you know, my boss decides to throw at me. So Vampire, he'll be doing his videos here pretty soon. He showed me a lineup of things he wanted to review and asked me to pick them, and I said, it's up to you, man. It's your channel. He was away in Wallachia for a vampire conference to introduce newly born vampires. So he'll explain all that. But anyway, you guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at Monster Monday. If you are into horror action figures, he'll do anything horror, anything Halloween related. Scooby-Doo as well, because that's pseudo horror, you know, it's scary stuff. So anyway, you guys, take care, stay safe out there. Remember, when I reach 600 subscribers, I will be giving away a Cobra Island Breaker and Ram Cycle. So if you're just stopping by to check out this channel, subscribe. Everybody who subscribes has a chance at winning. So that's what I'm about, man. I love giving things away. That's part of the fun of doing this channel. Part of the fun of collecting is sharing. So that's my way of saying thank you for subscribing. Please leave me a comment. I do get back with you guys. You know, sometimes it's a few days late, but I do get back with you, and I apologize if I miss your comment. I do my best to research them, to look them up, and sometimes they drop off for some reason, but it's not because I'm trying to ignore you. I will not do that. You're kind enough to leave a comment. You deserve a response. And please give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Let's help this. That'll help this channel build. And the more the channel builds, the more prizes I could give out. So, you know, help me clean out this toy dungeon a little bit, please. Anyway, you guys, you take care. Stay safe out there. Remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what kind of day they are having. An ounce of kindness could really make somebody's day a lot better. And be kind to animals. They know nothing but unconditional love. You know, as you guys know, I had a Dalmatian that passed away. She was my baby. I had 12 wonderful years with her. Now I have Chubbs, or Mickey, you know, my cat. He makes an appearance every once in a while, and so do my mom's cats. But we love animals in this house. So anyway, you guys take care. Kind of out of view of the camera. We'll see you next week for another G.I. Joe toy review. Until then, this is Joe Motion Videos 82 saying bye-bye. Take care. We'll see ya.